Hello everyone. Today our topic is cell cycle. But the cell cycle is two types we all know, mitosis and meiosis. So our today's lesson is mitosis. So to know mitosis, first we have to know two main things. First one, what is the place of occurrence of mitosis, and the second one, what is the purpose of mitosis. So the first question, what is the place of the occurrence of mitosis? Mitosis cell division occurs in generally somatic cell. Somatic cell means body cell, like our stomach cell, like our heart cell, like our body cells and various parts in our body. This is the mitosis cell division. So in mitosis cell division, when a cell divides, it split into two cells and each cells having equal number of sets of chromosomes. So this is known as mitosis cell division. And the second question about mitosis is, what is the purpose of this cell division? The very easy purpose: to recover the wound of the body, to replace the dead cell of our body, and helps in body growth. These are the all purpose of mitosis cell division. So to start mitosis cell division, we have to understand it as a cycle of various incidents. So if we take consideration the whole mitosis cell division or a complete cell cycle, then it is consist of two phases. One phase is interphase and second phase is divisional phase. So these two phases are connected with each other, and these two phases complete a cell cycle, including which mitosis is taking place. Now, interphase is the initial phase of cell division. Why it is called the initial phase of cell division? Because in this phase, cell develop itself or make prepare to participate in cell division. So interphase is a very prolonged phase and very long time phase, because this phase takes at least 23 to 22 hours. So this long time, within this long time, what happens in a cell, this is the main course of interphase. So to understand interphase, we study it very deeply. So the whole process of interphase consists of three subphases, that is G1 or growth phase, S or synthesis phase, and G2 and growth 2 phase. So what happened first in G1? G1 is growth 1. In growth 1 phase, all the cell organelles divides, or better to say, double its number. So growth phase 1 is the place or phase where all cell organelles double its number. Okay, then the most important phase of the cell cycle or the interphase, that is synthesis phase. So what happens in synthesis phase? In synthesis phase, the number of DNA or the number of genetic material doubles. So how it doubles? It doubles through replication, because genetic material of higher class organism is DNA, and from one DNA to another DNA it produced through the process replication. So in cell, within nucleus, DNA present as chromatin fiber. So this is a chromatin fiber. This chromatin fiber along with histone protein starts coiling. These histone proteins also produced in synthesis phase. So with the help of histone proteins, the chromatin fiber or the DNA fiber starts coiling, and this coiling formation of DNA leads to the formation of chromosome. So when two replicated chromosome after coiling produce a complete chromosome, then this one chromosome consists of two rod-like structures which are known as chromatids. So in a single chromosome there is two chromatids. So how chromatids produced? By the coiling of the chromatin fiber, which is actually DNA with the help of the histone protein. So the replicated DNAs or the double set of DNA which is now becomes chromosome present in which phase? In synthesis phase. So synthesis phase is the phase where the DNA synthesized into chromosome through replication. Okay, then in G2 phase, what happened? In G2 phase, the cell produces proteins and develops its shape and size and finally ready to enter into the divisional phase. So division require lots of energy. So that energy and strength is being provided to the cell in G2 phase. So this is the total events of interphase. G1, the doubling of the cell organism, synthesis, the formation of the chromosome through replication of the DNA, and the coiling of the chromatin thread with the help of the histone proteins, and the last one is G2 or growth phase. This is the phase of the development or growth or protein synthesis. So here is the time intervals of each step. 10 hour, 9 hour and 5 hour is taken by each of these stages to be completed. So this is the complete interphase. After completion of growth phase 2, the cell enter into the divisional phase. So divisional phase is consists of mainly two phases. One is the division of the nucleus, which is known as karyokinesis, and the second is division of the cytoplasm, which is known as cytokinesis. First of all, we take consideration of the nuclear division, how the nucleus of cell divides in mitosis cell division. So the division of nucleus is taken through four phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So now with this diagram we will try to understand the complete nuclear divisional phase. So first of all, this prophase. If you listen very carefully and go with this diagram and listen my clarification, I think the total mitosis cell division will be clear to all of you. So first is prophase. In prophase, what happened? In prophase, the nucleo membrane and nucleolus start dissolving. This is the first event. In second, this chromatin fiber, which is now in form of chromosome, they starts thickening, and due to this thickness, they receive a very smaller or shorter length. So we can say in prophase the chromatin fiber become shorter and now they are more concentrated in their form, like this. So there is four events in prophase if we sum up. The first one, the evolution of nuclear membrane and nuclear lus. The second one is the thickening of the chromatids or chromatin fiber or chromosome, whatever. The third one is the cell starts losing water. Due to this losing of water, actually the chromosome starts thickening. And the fourth one is now looks not like a nucleus. The genetic material are placed freely in cells. So this is prophase. So what happened in metaphase? In metaphase, now these are chromosomes. These chromosomes completely visible as the paired form of chromatids, and these chromatids are connected with each other in the centromere region. This is the number one point. The second point, the prominent chromosome arranged as a plate in the equatorial plane of the cell. This is considered as the equatorial plane of the cell, and the chromosomes arranged properly. And the third point, the centrosome, which are present at the two poles of the cell, produce BEM fiber. This BEM fiber attached with the centromere of the chromosome, and this is looks like this. So I repeat the metaphase. In metaphase, the condensations of the chromosomes complete. They look very prominent. Their chromatids are attached in the centromere region, and with the centromere region, they arranged in the equatorial plane of the cell with the help of the BEM fiber. That BEM fiber is produced by the centrosome, which are present at the two poles of the cell. Okay. Now, anaphase. In the anaphase, what happened? Due to the attraction of the BEM fiber, the chromatids of each chromosome starts break from its centromere region, and after breaking from centromere regions, each chromatid starts moving towards the two pole of the cell, and this movement of the chromatids towards the two pole is known as anaphasic movement. I repeat, this movement of the chromatids towards the pole of the cell is known as anaphasic movement, and between these two moving chromatids we see a very thin spindle-like structure which is known as interchromosomal fiber. These are interchromosomal fiber. Okay, this is anaphase. What happened in telophase? After completion of anaphase, the all chromatids reaches to the pole. Okay, and in these two poles, the total sets of chromosome is equal. In case of, if we take the example of human, in case of human, here is 23 sets of chromatids of chromosomes, and in here it is 23 sets of chromatids of chromosomes. Now, what happened in telophase? In telophase, at the two region of the two pole, the sets of equal number of chromosomes present, and after that, what we have say in prophase, the nucleolus and nuclear membrane start disappearing. This starts reappearing in telophase. And in telophase, the nucleolus and nuclear membrane starts reappearing. Okay, and what happened in prophase? The chromatin fiber starts coiling and become thick, and similarly in telophase they start decoiling and become thinner. And what happened in prophase? In prophase the water was eliminated out from the. So in telophase, two separate nucleus produce with equal number of chromosomes. After completion of telophase, especially in animal cell, the cell start dividing from its central position. So it leads to the process of cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means the division of the cytoplasm. After the completion of the nuclear division, cytokinesis initiated, and in animal cell during production of this furrow, the cytokinesis start divides, and with the enlargement of the furrow, the cell finally divides, the cytoplasm finally divides and produce to complete separate two cell with equal number of chromosomes. So this is the total mitosis cell division: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Okay, so if we complete this phase further, then the complete cell division consists of two phases. One is interphase, second is divisional phase. In divisional phase there is two phases. Another one is nuclear division or karyokinesis. Second is cytokinesis or cytoplasmic division. So now this is the complete cell division or the mitosis cell division. I think this is enough for understand the mitosis, but if you have any queries or if you need any clarification further, you can write comment on comment box, and if you like this video, please share and wait for next topic. Thank you.